You know, there are moments in entertainment that are so unexpected, so raw, that they leave everyone in stunned silence. And this? This was one of them. Let me set the scene for you. No fluff, no sugarcoating. The usually polished, feel-good energy of * live with Kelly and Mark *. It flipped in an instant when Meghan Markle, yes, the Duchess of Sussex, made an unannounced appearance. But trust me, this wasn't some warm, fuzzy look who dropped by moment. This wasn't a charming royal surprise. No. What unfolded was pure tension, the kind you could cut with a knife. So, picture this, during a commercial break, when everyone in the studio is prepping for the live taping, Meghan Markle just strolls in. No heads up. No courtesy call. Nothing. And at first, people were excited. Of course they were. A royal showing up out of nowhere? That's headline material. But that excitement? Oh, it didn't last long. It turned awkward. Fast. Now, here's where things took a sharp turn. Mark Consuelos, co-host of the show and clearly not in the mood for surprises, wasted no time addressing the elephant in the room. With zero hesitation, he called her out. ***, what are you doing here, Meghan? ***, not a warm greeting. Not a polite inquiry. Just that, straight up. His tone? Irritated, sharp, and unapologetic. The kind of tone that says, this is not the time or place. And Meghan? Oh, she wasn't fazed. Not even a little. She smiled, shrugged it off, and casually said, ***, I happen to be in the area and figured I'd drop by for a hello. Is that an issue? ***, let that sink in for a second. Drop by? For a hello? On a live TV set? During a tightly scheduled production? It was almost defiant, like she was daring him to push back. Mark didn't hold back. ***, actually, yeah, it is an issue. ***, he shot back, his frustration sharp as a razor. ***, we're going live in minutes. We have a schedule to follow. You can't just stroll in here whenever you please. ***, and here's the thing, he wasn't just annoyed, he was owning the moment. This wasn't a man about to back down or sugarcoat his feelings for the sake of appearances. He was making it crystal clear, this is his show, his turf, and her little royal drop-in wasn't going to fly. But Meghan? She kept that cool, almost smug demeanor. She opened her mouth to respond, but before she could get a word out, Mark cut her off with a firm gesture. No, listen, he said, his voice steady, controlled, but absolutely firm. This is my show. Co-hosted by my wife, Kelly. You can't just come in here and start talking over us. That's not how it works. Boom. Just like that, he drew the line in the sand. And let me tell you, the tension in that room? It was palpable. Meanwhile, the audience, was dead silent. No cheers, no claps, no murmurs. Nothing. Just wide eyes and uneasy shifting in their seats as they watched this unexpected confrontation play out right in front of them. And then, like a perfectly timed twist, Kelly Ripa walked in from the wings, completely unaware of the drama that had been brewing. What's happening here? She asked, her voice filled with confusion as she glanced between her husband and Meghan. And Mark? He didn't miss a beat. He laid it all out for her, explaining Meghan's unannounced arrival and how it was disrupting everything they had planned for the show. Kelly's face? It said it all. Her brow furrowed, her expression serious as she processed the situation. And when Mark finished, she turned to Meghan with a tone that was firm but noticeably more measured than her husband's. I'm sorry, but Mark is correct, she said. You can't just appear on a set like this unannounced. We have a schedule to keep, and our audience is waiting for the show. But then came the line that hit the hardest. The line that made the audience suck in their breaths and probably had Meghan's PR team scrambling. I understand you're accustomed to certain privileges, Kelly said, her voice calm but cutting. But they don't apply here. This is our studio, and this is our show. We must ask you to leave. And just like that, the room froze. Meghan's smile? It vanished. For a moment, she looked genuinely caught off guard. But then, just as quickly, her expression hardened. She straightened her posture, composed herself, and replied with a calmness that almost felt rehearsed. Asterisk asterisk I understand. Asterisk asterisk she said, her voice steady. Asterisk asterisk I'm sorry you feel that way. I was merely trying to be friendly and supportive, but if my presence is so unwelcome, then I guess I'll have to respect that. Asterisk asterisk. And then she walked off. No drama, no argument, no lingering. Just a sharp pivot and an exit that left the room in stunned silence. Now, you'd think that would be the end of it, right? Wrong. Because when the cameras started rolling again and Mark and Kelly addressed the audience, there was this underlying tension they couldn't quite shake. They apologized for the disruption, reassured everyone that everything was under control, but let's be honest, it wasn't. The vibe was off. And the audience? They could feel it. But here's where it gets even more interesting. As soon as the episode aired, social media asterisk exploded star. People couldn't stop talking about what they just witnessed. Some applauded Mark and Kelly for standing their ground, for not letting Meghan's status as a former royal intimidate them. Asterisk asterisk good for them. Asterisk asterisk one commenter wrote. Asterisk asterisk they have a responsibility to their audience and their crew. Meghan was way out of line. Asterisk asterisk. Others, though? Oh, they weren't so kind. They accused Mark of being rude, unprofessional, even hostile. Asterisk asterisk he didn't have to embarrass her like that. Asterisk asterisk one tweet read. Asterisk asterisk she was just trying to be nice. He could have handled it better. Asterisk asterisk the debate was fierce, with people on both sides firing off opinions like it was a full-blown Twitter war. And Meghan? She stayed silent. No statements, no interviews, no Instagram posts, nothing. Which, let's be real, only added fuel to the fire. Was she embarrassed? Did she regret showing up unannounced? Or was this all part of some bigger strategy? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, this wasn't just a momentary blip in daytime TV. This was a asterisk moment star. A raw, unscripted, unfiltered moment that reminded everyone watching that sometimes, reality is way messier than the polished image we're used to seeing. And look, love her or hate her, Meghan Markle knows how to make an entrance. But this? This wasn't the kind of entrance anyone was expecting. And whether you see her as the victim of an overreaction or the instigator of unnecessary drama, one thing's undeniable, she got people talking. A lot of people. But here's the real question, was she wrong? Was Mark right to call her out so publicly? Or was there a better way to handle it? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this is one debate that's far from over. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because trust me, in a world where moments like this happen, you're gonna want to stay updated. Let me know if you'd like adjustments to the tone or direction.